All right, good morning. Welcome to the Call Flow Radio Show. It is your Friday, the 16th day of January. I'm Chris Wood. We're going to ask our callers to hold off for a bit because we do have a special guest in the Francis E. Wood studio. But again, he is no stranger to our WFLO microphone. It is the illustrious Doug Stanley, who is Prince Edward County administrator. And want to
Good morning, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Oh, you say that again.
Good morning, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Hope all was well with your family.
Everybody's doing great. New grandbaby arrived on December 22nd. 9 pounds, 3 ounces, 22 inches long. So he's doing great, and family's acclimating. His big little brother, who's about 16 months old, he's enjoying his new little brother.
Oh, that's great. It's nice when they can get along.
They do it early. My brother was about 6.5 years older than me, and I wrecked his world because he was the only grandchild and only kid, and he had it all, and then I came to be.
I know. Yeah. I know how that works, too. All right. Well, what's been going on as far as Prince Edward County is concerned?
Busy week. We had our first board meeting of the year on this past Tuesday, the 13th. That means organizational meeting. So per normal, we have an election of chair and vice chair, and then adopt the organizational components. So for chair, and we rotate chair each year, and our vice chair moves up to chair. So Harrison Jones, congratulations to Harrison. He is the new chair of the Board of Supervisors for 2026. And Cannon Watson moves up to vice chair. As part of that, we also recognized outgoing chair Bill Jenkins. Bill, we had a really good year in 2025, had a number of what I would say are kind of milestone accomplishments. And we recognize Bill with a plaque for his leadership over the past year. But we're all excited. It's kind of exciting. We've got Harrison as board chair and Kanan Townsend as school board chair. Some good youthful energy coming to those positions for 2026. So as part of the organizational meeting, the board adopts its bylaws, sets the date, time, and place of meetings. They've reestablished we meet the second Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m. At the courthouse. And we got the exception is in November, we'll meet on the first Thursday, the first Thursday after Election Day. We meet because we have a conference the next week. We have to shift that date. So it takes care of that. We've also put in provisions that the Thursday following the meeting is our makeup day for weather events. So if we have let's say in February, we have a major snow event that prohibits us from meeting on the second Tuesday, we'll meet that immediately following Thursday. So that gives us a backup without having to re-advertise public hearings.
Okay.
So we've got that set up. The board also established their committee appointments for various committees within the organization. If you give me just a second, I'll do a quick run through of those committees. You try to be ready. We're not always ready, are we?
That's okay.
So we have Finance Committee, Properties Committee, which deals with all the buildings and grounds for the county. We have a Strategic Planning Committee, a Personnel Committee, an Audit Committee, a Public Safety Committee, and new for 2026, an Ordinance Committee. One of the things that the chairman wants to do is have us go through and review the county's ordinances. And, if there's something that we don't need, we cut that out. So we're going to be establishing some regular monthly meetings to be able to.
Like you can't spit in public and all that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll review all those ordinances this year and hopefully make some.
Get rid of those.
Hopefully thin out some things that are not necessary anymore. Recognitions, the board recognized both our December and our January employees of the month. If you remember, we had some nasty weather back in December. We went ahead and met, but we canceled some things as part of the meeting, including the recognition of our employee of the month. So for December, we recognized Thomas McDaniel. He is a convenience site attendant. He was nominated by a county resident for his outstanding attitude and dedication. It warms my heart when our constituents, our citizens, recognize somebody that goes above and beyond, and especially the folks that work our convenience centers. It's it's not a glorious job always. So it's really nice that people recognize those individuals. Our January Employee of the Month is our county IT director, Sean Howard. Sean was nominated for his outstanding customer service, quick reaction time, his extensive technical knowledge, and exceptional ability to troubleshoot and resolve issues. We brought him on about a little over 2 years ago as the county's first full-time in-house IT person. And he's really improved the response for us when we have IT issues.
You're always going to have IT issues.
You're always. And especially now with all the online threats and things that are going on. But we value Sean, and he's a very important part of the team. The board, we got a presentation on the county's fiscal year 25 audit from Josh Roller. Josh is a CPA with the audit firm of Robinson, Farmer, and Cox Associates out of Charlottesville. We received a clean audit. So no management issues were addressed. Last year, I think we had one issue that was over in the school system, and that had been addressed this year. And county's in great financial shape, so we really appreciate all the people from the treasurer's office to the finance department, the school finance department, everybody who's involved in that process for their hard work to make sure that our monies are spent properly and taken care of.
That's wonderful.
We had a busy public hearing session the other night. We had a public hearing on the Tobacco Trail Solar Project. That project was a proposal to construct and operate a 150 megawatt solar energy facility on land totaling about 2,300 acres down off Route 15 in the Lee District of Prince Edward County. So 15 almost before you hit 360, kind of on the left-hand side, on the east side of Route 15. I will say 2,300 acres, maybe 600, 700 acres of panels. So a lot of the site will be buffer. A lot of it will be riparian buffer and stormwater management areas and things. So wildlife corridors. So it's think of it as maybe a quarter to a third of the site being developed, and the rest will be buffered. But pretty substantial project for the community. The project was approved after 40 speakers.
40 speakers.
We had 40 speakers speak on the issue. I was sitting there taking count. Majority of the speakers spoke for it, but a number of people brought up some great issues and concerns. The applicant and staff tried to address a lot of the issues that were brought up. On the positive, nobody likes solar, right? Our comp plan lays out some pretty strenuous guidelines for solar if we're going to accept it, they have to meet certain criteria. And an example, they need to be within 2 miles of a major transmission line. This site actually has a transmission line go through it. So, it met that criteria. We also have some pretty stringent requirements for buffering from highways and neighboring properties. And I appreciate Strata, the developer. They went out of their way to make sure that, particularly where we had neighbors within proximity to the site, they extended those buffers to make sure that they hopefully will not see the project. On the positive side, and the reason why localities, other than energy production, the reason why localities will consider them is the financial impact. This project will generate between $4 and $5 million in upfront payments to Prince Edward County once the project's complete. And moving forward over the next 35 years, they'll start somewhere around $275,000 a year coming to Prince Edward County. That will grow incrementally, and that's a combination of the revenue sharing money that they pay to the county per megawatt, but also the value of the land that's under development will go up. It'll go from agricultural property to industrial property.
Where
So
does the power go?
power will go on that transmission line, which is part of the distribution. That line goes straight to the Hit Park location where we have, and then over to the substation that's just north of the town of Farmville over in Cumberland County. And then that gets put out on the grid. So, will it go local? Depends on where the electrons will go where they're used. Could be going to the Hit Park if we develop a data center. The 150 megawatts, of course, it's solar without batteries, only producing during daylight hours, but that's about 70 to 80% of what we as a county currently use.
Okay.
Now, it's only about half of what that data center project would use.
Oh, okay.
Potentially. So it gives you a little bit of an idea there, but it's certainly by far the largest project that Prince Edward. I do want to thank Robbie Love, our planning director, put a lot of effort into the project. We had a local resident who has moved away. He works for a consulting firm, Michael Zahner. Michael was actually the consultant that we had hired to review the project for the county to make sure it's conformance with our comprehensive plan and the guidelines stipulated for large-scale solar projects like this. But very involved. And we also had a public hearing after the project was approved for the siting agreement. The siting agreement puts in place stipulations and guidelines that talk about their payments, but also the timing of those payments moving forward. So the other thing, as part of the special use permit, there's an exhaustive list of conditions that get placed onto the permit. For instance, let's say 20 years from now, they decide, it's not profitable anymore. We're going to shut it down. There's a bond that has to be put in place to be able to remove all the solar panels and restore the property back to pre-construction condition. So if somebody wanted to go back and put timber back on the property. This was a timber tracks site.
Okay.
It wasn't farm per se, but one of the other, I think we had about 3 speakers. They're going to put sheep under these panels and graze them. And the farmer that's going to be performing that work showed up, and they're talking about potentially 400 head of sheep on that property. So that'll be interesting to go out and watch. We already have a site in Pamplin that they're raising sheep under the panels, and it's kind of interesting to watch that process. I just need to get them to hook up with Sekou from 5 Pillars, and then we have a good source of lamb. But the third public hearing we had was a public hearing for a $25 million bond for that's the elementary school project. It was the third piece of financing. We've already had about an $8 million grant that we received from the state. We had a lit loan, and this was part of this was the lit loan. Then we had a Virginia Public School Authority bond as well. So this will complete the 3 pieces of financing for that project, which is now about halfway done and will be completed in the spring of 2027. Superintendent Jones was at the meeting. He talked about how they've been able to shift some of the classrooms around and move folks into a portion of the new section, which is allowing them now to go into the older portions
and do
of the building and start the renovation there. So exciting stuff.
Sounds like it's running smoothly.
It is. It is. Other things, the board approved a resolution of an intent to abandon part of Trashmore Road. That's the road that enters into the landfill. It's currently on the VDOT books as a state road. By us vacating and abandoning that will allow us to do some reconfiguration of the entrance and move our scale house, which we plan to do here in the next year. We heard department updates from our solid waste manager, Jeff Jones, our director of planning, Robert Love, our chief animal control officer, Adam Mama, and our director of finance and human resources, Cheryl Stimson. County administrator's report, a couple of things that I talked about. Last year, we had a 90-day trial where we had Peavers move a ambulance unit out to the Prospect Fire Department for 90 days, just to look how that impacted the overall response system. And what we found was that call times for the western part of the county, that's the Prospect, Darlington Heights portion of the county, were cut in half from about 18 minutes down to a little less than 9. So one of the things that we've requested from Peavers is trying to find a way to put that 12-hour truck out there during the daylight hours during the week on a more permanent basis. So we'll be working with them to consider that as well. We also talked about the Route 307, 460 interchange. They're putting new lights out there to help improve, not stoplights, about 30 LED lights to light it up.
To light it up.
So at night, because at night it's a complicated intersection.
It is that.
And this will hopefully make it a little bit easier for folks to navigate by increasing the visibility out there. On a legislative front, I reported to the board that our legislative priorities this year, number one remains having the option to put in place a 1% sales tax for local school construction. And the last 2 years, Governor Youngkin decided to kill those bills when they reached his desk. We're hopeful that we might have a shot this year to be able to get that bill through and get it signed by the governor. Delegate Tommy Wright has put a bill in for us that would add Prince Edward County to that list of counties. More likely than not, there's going to be a statewide bill, which means Delegate Wright's bill will get rolled into that, made part of that. So we'll keep an eye on that. The second thing is that the Board of Supervisors has requested the General Assembly support a budget amendment to help compensate Prince Edward County for the $2 million we incurred putting into the Sandy River project. We had an MOU with the Department of General Services with the state to provide water to state facilities over in Burkeville and Crew. And the state ended up not moving forward with that. It kind of pulled the rug out from underneath of us, and we'd spent about $2 million in furtherance of that. So we're trying to get, let's say, a reimbursement for those funds that were expended.
What's an MOU?
Memorandum of Understanding. So they signed an agreement with us and said, we want you to serve us with water from the Sandy River Reservoir. And based on that memorandum, we started spending money on engineering and legal fees and everything else that went along with it. So it's, it was...
And it didn't happen.
It did not happen.
Okay.
But not through any fault of ours, we feel. We also want to retain local authority for solar scale projects, utility scale solar projects at the local level. There's a lot of talk about the state preempting local control. And, we feel land use decisions, just like the one we had the other night, where neighbors of the project are going to turn out and voice their concerns. Some will be for it, some will be against it, but those decisions should be made at the local level. Not by some panel sitting in Richmond. So I think most of our delegation agrees with us on that. We also oppose changes to the Code of Virginia to repeal Virginia's right to work law. Virginia has a right to work, so it's if somebody doesn't want to join a union, they don't have to, and businesses don't have to. The other thing is that the prohibition of bargaining and unionizing for public employees can get a little sticky, where you have, let's say you have a public teachers union, then you have a public safety union, then you have
all kinds of unions.
Now you're in a position where you're having to negotiate with different
groups. You're union poor, right?
For me, if you're a county employee, you're a county employee.
Yeah.
And we're going to do what we can to take care of our employees, but we don't necessarily need 4 to 5 different groups to have to negotiate with. And the last thing is trying to request that the state pony up dollars to help us with emergency services, because all these rural counties, which for years have been provided great service by volunteers, we're losing our volunteers. They're aging out. The requirements are getting tougher for folks to get certifications and maintain their certifications. And so it's putting greater stress on the volunteer system. That's pushing us more to a paid system. And even, Peavers and Meharon, volunteer rescue that cover us, they have volunteers, but they have paid staff. But it's the push is coming. So in the long run, we see what's happening in other counties, which is local tax dollars are having to foot the bill to make sure that our citizens are covered. And we feel the state needs to take a hard look in trying to make sure localities have the resources to be able to do that. The last thing I was going to mention, we recently, back in the last week of December, had a resident of Monroe Church Road that was bitten by a bobcat. That the animal was
Rabid?
Put down, head was sent away for testing. It turned out to be rabid. And, of course, those individuals will have to get proper treatment, but just the warning for folks out there, if you see an animal that looks out of place, meaning if you see a bobcat during daylight hours, it looks like it's not sick or not acting normal, please call animal control. Please call 911, let dispatch know so they can be dispatched. We want to protect our pets. We want to protect our kids and folks that are out. But just be aware of what's going on out there and let us know if something looks out of place.
Right. Okay. A bobcat.
Bobcat.
I've got one stuffed up over my corner cabinet in the dining room.
I'm betting.
No, he's about a 35-pounder. He's a big boy. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in and letting us know what's going on, concerns, and the solars, the farms and all of that. We need to know what's going on.
Well, it's great to see you in this new year, 2026, and I look forward to seeing you every month.
That will be fantastic. It will. Have a great day. I know you're a busy man, but thank you for taking time out to just come into the Flow studio and give us an update.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, Doug. Take care. Doug Stanley, Prince Edward County administrator, and he's always welcome behind the microphone here. Now we're going to, Noah and I are going to take a little break, and we're going to do our weather, the bottom of the hour business. Then we have more guests in our studio from the Moton Museum. So it is 8:31, so we need to get to the business at the bottom of the hour very quickly here while Noah is messing around with the cameras. I do have our weather forecast, and that's coming up, brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Katie Jones, loan officer here at the Bank of Charlotte County at our office in Farmville. I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal projects. Whether you are growing your business or planning your next big step, let's turn your plans into progress. Give us a call at 434-391-1136 or stop by our office at 405 East 3rd Street in Farmville. We are the Bank of Charlotte County, invested in Southside Virginia, invested in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Your forecast for Southside and Central Virginia. It gets a little tricky over the weekend, so let's get through it here. For today, it's just mostly sunny with a high near 43 degrees, a south wind at 5 to 11 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. For tonight, a slight chance of rain and snow after 4 a.m., increasing clouds with a low around 33. South wind at 6 to 9 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Saturday, a slight chance of rain and snow before 7 a.m., then a chance of rain between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 49 degrees. Southwest winds 6 to 9 miles per hour, gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation at 40% with little or no snow accumulation expected. Saturday night, a chance of rain and snow between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Then a chance of snow after 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 30 degrees with a chance of precipitation at 30% with little or no snow accumulation expected. Okay, here we go. Sunday, chance of snow, mainly before 1 p.m. Cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 35. Calm winds coming west around 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation 30%. New snow accumulation of less than a half an inch possible. On Sunday night, we'll see mostly clear skies with a low around 21. Martin Luther King Day, Monday, sunny with a high 43. Monday night, mostly clear with a low around 15 degrees. And for Tuesday, lots of sunshine, but we'll only get a little bit above freezing on Tuesday, a high of 33 degrees. Checking our conditions outside. Humidity is at 71%. Our winds from the south around 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 30.01 inches. Our skies are fair, and our current temperature now is at 22 degrees, so it's still rather cold outside. That is your weather forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal. They have a loan office in downtown Farmville. All right, we do have our birthday calendar coming up, and that is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, on Main Street in Farmville.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
Hey, good morning, Chris. How are you? Good, very good. All right, so we're reading for the 16th already. Wow. And for today, we have Teresa Clark of Farmville is celebrating a birthday today. And that's all we have for the 16th, I believe. We do have a few for the 17th, which is Saturday. Exactly, I know. The month is flying by, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. For tomorrow, though, we have Tara Blaskowitz is celebrating a birthday. Blaskowitz. It's a weird, sounds Polish, you know. Very Polish. And also Judson Howard celebrating. Judson. Not too often anymore, yeah. Sunday, we don't have any. No, we do. No.
We're going to get our calendar.
Soon, Chris, soon. That's right. So.
You work your magic. Okay.
All right. That sounds good.
Okay. All right. How do they get those names to us?
Oh, they can call in at 434-394-0924. They can also email us at birthdays@wflo.net or go on our website under the on-air mentions page and submit birthdays directly from our website.
All right. Of course, all you celebrating out there, whether we know it or not, we hope you have a fantastic celebration, whether it's today, tomorrow, or Sunday. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC. She's conveniently located on Main Street in downtown Farmville. All right, it is 8:37, and it's 8:37, and we have got. Let me go through this again. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, on Main Street in Farmville, because I didn't have my microphone on. Oh, it happens. Anyway. It's been a busy morning. We do have some special guests here from the Moton Museum and the LCVA, along with the Center for the Visual Arts. I have Lee Brown with Moton Museum. Good morning, Lee.
Good morning, Leah.
It's Leah. Excuse me.
Good
I'm
morning.
sorry. Yes. And also Emily Krabick.
Graybeck. Yes.
Graybeck. Okay.
Yes, good morning.
With LCVA. Now, tell us what's going on? You guys have collaborated with something, and of course we have Martin Luther King Day coming up on Monday. So, love the mic and go ahead, Leah.
All right, guys, we're very excited for our MLK Day workshop. It'll be on Monday, starting at 10:30 at the Moton Museum.
Yeah, Leah and I were just talking that we think this is the fifth
Fifth year.
year that we've hosted this workshop. It's a really fun community event. Families, community members can come out, make some art projects that are themed around MLK Day. They can also tour Moton Museum, so it's a great opportunity if you haven't been to the museum before or if you've been many times to come and tour the museum again. We'll also have some special guests there too, some other organizations.
Yes. So we have invited Twin Lakes to come visit. Very excited. I love Twin Lakes. Spending a lot of time there during the summer, along with the Barbara Johns Community Library, the Virginia Children's Book Festival. The Lions are coming as well.
Yes, the
Lions?
Lions Club will be there providing free vision screenings for anyone who attends.
So all good things. Is there anyone else on the docket we haven't?
I think
that's
those are
everybody.
our special
Yeah.
guests joining us.
Well, now see, this is your 5th year,
We think.
Yep.
We're gonna confirm later, but we think 5th year.
and this is Martin Luther King Day. So this is actually for everyone who wants to come
Yes.
and, have a tour of the museum.
So it's free and open to the public. Anyone can come craft, come eat snacks with us, walk through Moton as well. It's a great opportunity just to be together. Kids should be off from school that day, so if you want to have them out and about learning, bring them to Moton. Also crafting.
Yeah, so it's a fun time to, even though it's the day off, you can come and do something new. Yeah, it's free. There'll be snacks and lots of fun stuff to do.
Well, it sounds great. And how long have the two organizations been collaborating on this?
Oh my gosh. Since the beginning?
Yeah,
Since the
yeah,
beginning?
Yeah,
From
I
the
think
start.
Okay.
we've always worked on it together. So
Well, Emily, how long have you been with the Longwood Center for the Visual Arts?
I think I've been there about 18 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's so neat about that is that you specialize in such local talent as well as, the special holidays and things like that. We've got our 250th anniversary for our country
Yes.
coming up. So I'm sure that you have some really neat stuff planned with that as well.
We do. We do, yeah.
And Leah, how long have you been with Moton?
So I've been at Moton since 2019. So you can imagine how interesting this tenure has been. Got here, got comfortable, COVID happened, and everything's changed.
Of course
so now
it did.
it's like, okay, what's next?
Well, you've done a great job, and both of you, and they're part of they're an institution, both Moton Museum and Longwood Center for the Visual Arts. So, what time on Monday?
10:30.
At 10:30.
10:30 to 12:30.
10:30 to 12:30. So that's 2 hours of fun, learning, eating.
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll have snacks there. And you can stop in any time between 10:30 or 12:30. You don't have to get there right at 10:30. If you
Right.
can't make it till 11, that's fine.
That's right. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Leah Brown, we certainly appreciate you. You add a lovely smile to this studio every time that you come and see us. And Emily, it's so great to meet with you. And we hopefully will be talking with you about this and some other interesting events going on as well. Now, is this particular event on farmvillenow.com?
I'm not sure. It should be.
It is. It is. Noah just says
Oh, good. Very good.
it is. Okay, so you can check farmvillenow.com to get more details on that as well. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Anyway, have a great day. Have a wonderful Martin Luther King celebration, and I hope that the turnout is fantastic for you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, take care. Stay warm.
Yes.
All right, that was Leah Brown with the Moton Museum and Emily Grabick from the Longwood Center of the Visual Arts. So they're such nice ladies and very enthusiastic, very dedicated to the cause, and hope that you can get by there for their workshop there at the Moton Museum on Monday between 10:30 and 12:30. Okay, Noah.
Hey, good morning, Chris. How
Good
are you?
morning. Well, I think I'm okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be a great event, and yeah, it was great. Very busy day today. Had Doug Stanley on, and
Yeah.
Leah Brown, of course, with Moton Museum, and Emily Grabick.
Grabick.
I love that name.
I do too.
Yeah, that's a good That's a good last name. Very very cool.
Like Vic is in the pen. Is
Yeah,
what she said.
yeah.
Anyway, all right. It's 8:44. We do have open lines now. We're able to take some
Phone calls. Yeah, if you have any questions about
434-394-0924. And it is Friday. How did it get to be Friday so quickly?
This week has flown by, Chris. I
know.
have been shocked. It's like one day it was Monday, then it was like Wednesday, and now it's Friday.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to like
Tuesday
Thursday.
and Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to those days.
They
But
just
anyway.
kind of blended in with the rest of the week,
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have any plans for
MLK
MLK Day?
Day?
Yeah, coming up Monday.
Yeah, I'm playing bridge, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
very nice.
I've got going to be playing bridge that day.
Very cool.
And I don't know. We'll just wait and see what happens with the weather.
Absolutely.
I am planning on making a huge, I don't mean big, I mean huge pot of chili.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Bring
bring in the troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta. What is that old saying? You make enough for an army. Or
Make
something?
enough for an army. That's right. Absolutely.
Something like that. Some
Yeah.
old saying.
Yeah.
But we do have a phone call, so we're going to go ahead and take
Yes.
that now.
Okay, we're going to do that. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
Oh, good morning, Henry.
Well, it looks like a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. We've been busy here.
Oh,
Had a couple
yeah,
of
I understand.
couple of interviews from some fine people. So, but I'm glad we
All
could.
right.
I'm glad we could hear from you as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've said this before, that the river must be rich because it deals with two banks every day. What a cash flow.
I know, and if there's an island in the middle, they'd have four.
Yeah.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 banks to deal
Yeah.
with. So,
There we go. All right. It pains me to see a broken window.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. There's a fellow had the headache. He went to see the doctor. Doctor checked him and said, "No wonder you got a suppository in your ear." And the guy said, "Well, I wonder where I put my hearing aid."
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I told the guy, I said, "Now I understand, because up till now, if unless I stood directly behind him, he couldn't hear a word or understand a word I said." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the lady asked this guy to do a nude painting, but he said, "I paint." He says, "I paint better when I'm fully dressed."
Uh-huh.
I think he kind of misunderstood. And one of my favorite lines is about the television. So much sex on TV that we had the tubes tied.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who are much younger, don't know what a tube TV is. Yeah, television they had tubes in them. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in a restaurant one time,
Uh-huh.
and in the booth next to us was an old couple, and she was really eating a good meal, and he was just sitting there watching her. And so finally it bothered me, so I turned to him and I said, "Sir, how come what would you like for supper?" I said, "I noticed that your wife is the only one eating." He said, "Well, it's her turn to use the teeth."
Oh, geez, Henry, that's gross.
That was gross.
That's very gross.
Yeah, the rainbow was in black and white, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was a baby laxative, and what it is very simple. Put the baby on a potty chair and tell it ghost stories. Oh, boy.
I didn't get that one.
One of my old favorite stories is about the time that I was eating a popsicle in class in school, and a teacher called on me, and so I didn't want to get caught eating a popsicle in class, so I stuck the popsicle in my pocket. Teacher said, "Stand up and I want you to answer some questions." Says, "What would you call someone who lived in Brazil?" I said, "Well, a Brazilian." And she said, "Correct." And she says, "What would you call someone who lived in Canada or maybe England or France?" And I kind of hesitated. And a girl sitting in a chair next to mine thought she'd help me out. She said, "European." I said, "I am not. It's that popsicle melting in my pocket."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
I was emceeing a thing for the Virginia Folk Music Association. It was done in at Richmond, and we're in this big warehouse, and I was emceeing it, and so anyway, I remember the mandolin player. One of the mandolin players told me this little joke, that he said a plane crashed in the town cemetery and over 800 bodies have been recovered.
Mm-hmm.
They dug up the whole cemetery.
They did. They did. Oh, dear.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, it could.
That could happen. Yeah. I have a serious thing I'd like to share with you, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A few years ago, and I was gassing up my car on East 3rd Street, Farmville, and a young black man asked me if I could take him home because heavy rain was falling. Well, when we got near his home, in a trailer park in the edge of Farmville, he asked me if I could take him to a grocery store because he needed several items. So I told him I'd take him and wait for him, which I did. Then I took him to his trailer. I then drove to our house. It was then around 2 in the afternoon. It was on a Saturday. And when I started up the back steps at our house, I blacked out. And I fell and my head hit the concrete. And I lay there losing lots of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce called but got no answer. So, of course, I didn't know she'd call him. I didn't know anything. I was just laying there. But after a while, she saw my pickup in the driveway. But then when I didn't come in, she came out and saw me. And I'm lying there, blood all over the place, and she called the rescue squad. They took me to the South Side Hospital, but they couldn't find the reason. Then a lady doctor appeared on the scene and told them, as they were loading me on the airplane to go to Lynchburg General, this lady, a lady doctor appeared on the scene, and she says, he won't make the trip. He won't survive it. So she took some blood and in several minutes came back. And she said, he's taking oxygen, but he's not exhaling the carbon dioxide, and that's what makes him pass out. So this lady doctor took a suction cup and sucked the dioxide out of my system, and then they flew me to Lynchburg General. Now, here's where it gets interesting, I think. Who was the lady doctor who saved my life? The answer to that goes back 35 years. 35 years before that, Joyce, Christy, and I were in the Chesterfield Mall, and while they were shopping, I was just sitting there in the mall. And I said to the Lord, if you can use me, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. About 30 seconds later, a man walked by with two little girls, and I said, sir, and he turned around, and I told him to go ahead and do what the Lord had told him to do. He said, thank you, and they went on their way. I didn't ask her names or anything else. I didn't tell them who I was. But some 30 years later, I was in the hospital at Southside Hospital, and J.B. Towler, the administrator, and another man walked up, and J.B. said, Henry, I'd like you to meet our new staff doctor, Dr. Eugene Donovan. And I said to him, Chesterfield Mall 35 years ago. He said back then I was praying about opening an office near Burkeville, which I did, the Burkeville Medical Center. Then he said that 5-year-old little girl who was with him in the mall is now a medical doctor, and she saved your life.
Wow.
Before they flew you to Lynchburg. And she now serves Southside Hospital and Lynchburg General. How about that?
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, a little 5-year-old girl that I saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You never know.
Turned out to be a doctor.
Yep.
And saved my life.
You never know,
I
Henry.
share that with folks.
Yeah, that's a great
That's right.
story.
Well, anybody wants to talk with me, give me a call if you want to have a prayer need or whatever. And hopefully we'll share a bit again on Monday, Lord willing.
Lord willing. Have a good weekend,
Amen.
Henry.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was nice hearing from Henry Fulcher.
Yeah, that's a great
Some
story.
good stories.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, we got a few more minutes if
Yes,
anybody
we
else
do.
wants to call in to 434-394-0924.
Call that number if you want to join the Call Flow radio show experience. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
we're here till 9,
Mm-hmm.
so you got 3 minutes to call in, which
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Barry called up earlier when we had some guests, and and got 2 more calls coming in. But okay,
wow.
yeah,
Well,
phones are lighting up today.
I know. Let's try this one. Say, good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Sunshine and Noah, top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you, Barry. We were just talking about you.
Noah, didn't you have something good to talk about?
Of
Well, they
course.
said when you're talking about me, you're leaving somebody else alone. What I've always heard.
All right. What's going on?
Certainly did enjoy Henry this morning. Wanted to call in and request very special prayer for a pastor friend of mine out in Dillwyn, Virginia, Pastor Billy Swan, who's over at Whitehall in Dillwyn, and Salem Church over in Cumberland. He's been in the hospital this week and had a very successful liver transplant yesterday.
Oh, my.
And is coming along beautifully. He is in intensive care. The doctors has requested with family that he require a lot of rest, a lot of sleeping, and so he's in the intensive care unit there at UVA, but understood that this liver transplant was successful. Hopefully it's going to continue to work, and our best to him. Pastor Billy Swan is a good man, and he's a fine pastor at Whitehall and Salem Church, and want everybody to keep him in very special prayer and keep lifting him up. God has got this, and he's going to continue to meet and supply every single need they have according to his riches and glory.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Barry. We will keep him in our prayers.
Y'all take care and have a beautiful weekend.
All right, you too.
And keep
Bye-bye.
the snow over there.
Right.
Y'all
Okay.
have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're
right.
down to last minute, Chris. 58 seconds left to the show. So if somebody wants to call in, they can and talk for like 30 of those seconds. Liver transplants, any kind of transplant, it's always creeped me out, even as a child, to think that you can take something from one body, put it in another one, and it starts working again. It's kind of like, it's just, it's, thank God, it's great medicine. And, thankfully we have people, practitioners that are well trained in doing those things. But,
Okay.
It always gave me the, I don't know.
We'll say good morning. You're on the air. You got 20 seconds.
Oh, good morning. Oh, I'm going to use those 20 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
We have a new governor tomorrow afternoon.
I know.
Yes.
First woman governor.
Yeah.
Hip, hip.
So.
Hooray.
Oh, my.
Are you going to watch the inauguration?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. I think I'm going to either go shopping tomorrow, maybe. It depends upon the weather. Just may stay home, try to stay warm.
Wow. So you guys aren't going to watch it either?
Nope, I don't think
I
so.
might check it out if I have time in the afternoon. I'm not. It's not like I am purposely avoiding it. I'm not saying anybody is, but it's hard to catch things like that.
Well, it's pretty historic.
Oh,
so,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, all right.
It'll be recorded.
All right. Yes, it will. We can watch it anytime. That's the beauty of that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll talk to you on Monday.
All righty. Take care.
Take care. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to wind things up now. Okay. It's wound up.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Have a great
No,
weekend.
Maybe we'll get to chit-chat a little bit
Maybe we will
more
be
the
able to
next
chit-chat
time.
a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Okay,
All right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.